Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about why there is no such thing as work-life balance. So work-life balance is seen as something that is important. You know, a lot of jobs and companies and certain business owners say that you need to have work-life balance. You need to spend time with your family. You need to, go on vacations. You need to travel. You need to do this. You need to do that, right? You need to have hobbies. And guys, listen, I'm not saying that you can't have any of these things. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy these things in moderation to a degree. However, I think there is a big misconception, right? Because when most people say work-life balance, they're really just trying to not like in a way they're trying to like mitigate the amount of work they have to do to become successful. And I'm not saying that you don't want to work smart, and I'm not saying that you don't, you want to not take shortcuts to a degree, but you need to realize like work-life balance is for mediocre people. Like to the degree that you want to be exceptional, like whether it's you want to reach the top 5% of men or 1% of men in terms of income and aesthetics and competence. If you want to get to that level, how are you going to get to that level? By having a work-life balance, right? Yeah, you might have some minor accomplishments, but guys, I don't know about you, and like I said, some of you guys might not agree or see the way I do, but I want everything. I want massive success. I want massive results in every area of life. And if I'm having a work-life balance, then that by default means I'm not really serious about reaching the top echelons of society, whether that's in my career, my business, in my fitness, in my skills, right? Whatever degree or aspect of my life that I want to attain mastery, if I'm not really about it and I'm using work-life balance as a cope as to why I want to enjoy life more, then I'm not really serious. And I think a lot of you guys, I have this mindset, and like I said, I don't know if I might be the only one or very few, but I have the mindset of like it's like all or nothing. Either, like for example, with this YouTube channel, the videos that I upload, I have a mindset where it's like, hey man, I'm doing this every day. And like I said, I know I have a track record of being inconsistent in the past, but my mindset is all or nothing. So if you look at my channel, right, I've had times where I'll upload for 3 months straight, 4 months straight, and then for another 6 months, you won't see me, or another year, you haven't seen me, right? But that's because it's like, hey man, I'm not here to do the whole once a week thing, 2 times a week thing, 3 times a week thing. I'm trying to do this 5, 6, 7 days a week. And that applies to the gym, that applies to my job, that applies to what I invest in, what I learn, what I read, how I like just live my life, right? Like I'm not trying to brag, but it's like, bro, I'm an extremist. And when people say balance, think of like a bike, right? Think about when you were like first learning how to ride a bike. When you were first like learning how to ride a bike, when you were out of balance, right? Like let's say you're going straight, like this is you, right? You're going straight. And then, if you're not competent and you're not yet fully trained, you know how sometimes like you're riding your bike and sometimes you drift. That's you. When you drift, that's you going all the way to one extreme, right? And coming back to balance is okay, you're right back in the middle. And then you go to the extreme again, maybe on this side, right? You're about to fall, back to balance. And in the same way, you have to, as a man, it's like, bro, you're trying to live on the edge, meaning like this is your life, right? And you want to get to damn near like passing out. Like I'm trying to work so hard to the point where it's like I'm not trying to be a lunatic and be stupid about it and not sleep or not like live at all, but I'm trying to like illustrate a point where like I'm trying to work so hard or be so consistent to where it's like I'm really like living to the extreme ends of like life. Like I'm taking everything to the extreme. I'm taking this YouTube thing to the extreme. I'm taking my skills and my learning abilities to the extreme. I'm taking the gym and my health to the extreme, right? Because when you, like I said, what is coming back to balance, right? In a sense, what is that? That's like, hey man, that's like for example, That's you taking a break, like maybe once every 6 months. Like, hey man, once every 3 to 6 months, hey man, maybe I'll go for a week, maybe I'll go out for a weekend and visit somewhere, right? But guess what? It's not an every week thing. And it's not like, hey man, this is part of my life. Yeah, it's something I enjoy once in a while, like going out. Like me and my girl, we went up to Tampa and we rented out a hotel and we had a good time. But it was only like 2 or 3 days. But guess what? I'm probably not gonna do that till like maybe like December or January again, right? And that's like once every 6 months. So it's like, yeah, that's balance to me. What balance to most mediocre people is, hey man, I'm taking every weekend off and I'm going somewhere every weekend. Like, no, that's not balance. That's a lifestyle. Anything that you do once a week, once or twice a week, whether it's, and especially if it's like something that's not like relating to your goals, it's typically like gonna be something that's like a lifestyle. Like, okay, for me right now, traveling, going out, enjoying life, going out to eat, or like doing things that are deemed as like fun is not part of my lifestyle. And it's like, I'm not saying that I don't enjoy them, but they're not things that like I look forward to, right? Like, I don't want to go bowling every weekend. I don't want to go to the club every weekend. I don't even really want to go out to eat every weekend. Like, I save those things like for like a 1 to 2, 3 time occasion, like once a year, like a couple times a year. And I'm not trying to brag and say, oh, I'm holier than thou and I'm just like this perfect guy. No, I'm not. But if you want to attain a certain level of competence and achievement in life, you have to live like most people won't. Most people won't sit there and take a vacation 1 to every 6 months, right? Most people won't work 36 days straight or 40 days straight or not take a day off for a whole month. Most people and they don't fathom like the degree of importance that is to accomplishing like their goals. And most people just don't want to live they don't want to do what's required or live a certain way to attain a certain result. And if that's you, then hey, kudos to you, but don't expect to attain immeasurable results in any degree or of any respect, right? It's not going to happen. It's not. And in the book Hard Times Create Strong Men, Stefan Aarnio, he's gone now, rest in peace, he died a few years ago. He wrote in one of the chapters, I don't remember exactly which chapter, but he wrote that women, play and fun is reserved for women and children. Work is reserved for men, right? And he said that men actually get a sense of fun from work, from creativity, from doing projects, from building things, right? And it's true. Like, I get a sense of like adventure and fun and joy. Like when I like work a full shift, like I work hard at my job, I come home, I go to the gym, I upload a YouTube video, maybe I study a little bit of a book I'm reading, I practice my skills, right? I'm learning something, right? I'm meal prepping. Like, that's fun to me. Work and achievement and building things and like working towards greatness is it's like fun. It's addictive. It's like enjoyable, right? And most people can't fathom, like they think like, oh, that's miserable. That must be tiring. That must be like boring. And it's like, yeah, maybe it's tiring here and there. Maybe it's boring, but I get a sense of joy because it's like, I know that what I'm doing on it to an extreme degree is going to pay off. And there's a certain, I don't know, man, like, I don't know. I don't know if anyone else can speak from experience, but I'm sure many like extremely successful people can, but there's a certain degree of like joy, fulfillment, and like happiness you get from like working. I don't know. And like most people like are trying to avoid work. They're trying to like see what they can get away with, see how like little they can put in to achieve like different results. And I'm like, no, man, like, and then The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, he says, if you're serious about success, you should do all that can be done each day. He didn't say do a little bit. He didn't say do some things here and there or do some things on the side. He said do all that can be done. And when you do all, you empty your tank fully. That's what you want to be. You want to, like, at the end of the day, 10 o'clock at night, when you're about to go to sleep, 9, 10 o'clock at night, You want to like think to yourself, damn, I really exhausted the shit out of this day. And if you have a day where you take a break, it's maybe a day or two once every 3 to 4 months, right? Where it's like, hey, let me go out, let me enjoy life, let me go experience like a nice restaurant or a nice hotel or a nice site, a different like vacation spot that I've never visited. Okay, but you deserved it. You deserve that. Most people don't deserve to enjoy, to like sit there and party every weekend and go out bowling and going out to eat and go doing this activity and that hobby and mini golfing and going to the beach and doing this. It's all too like, it's too much recreation. Men who want to be successful are not like, we're designed to work and create. Like I remember a time when I used to like, you know, like my parents would come here to Florida for vacation and I would come with them like on school vacation. I just remember feeling like this sense of like emptiness. Like, damn, like I'm just like, we're just going to the beach. We're just going out to eat. We're just hanging out. We're getting, you know, we're hanging out by the pool. And it's like, yeah, but like you can only get so much of that before it's like, hey man, let me get back to work. Let me get going again. Right? So the whole work-life balance thing is a myth. And really like, I'm not here to be sexist, but that's like what women say shit like that. Work-life balance. That's like a thing you hear from women. Like men can't afford to sit there and like be taking like crazy vacations or taking like, you know, going out every weekend and doing like recreational like things that kids do, right? And I'm not saying you can't enjoy those, but it's like every week, come on, man, we got to get better. We got to be better. Like I said, our like the reason you're alive as a man is to create. And if you're not creating, you know, and you're not like constantly working on things, then you're dying. And you're settling for mediocrity. And like I said, I don't think you guys want that. I don't want that. I want excellence. I want achievement. I want like the best that life has to offer, right? I want to attain certain levels of consciousness. Like I want certain things that require me to be doing things that 99% of people will not do. And that's to a degree being a workaholic. But if I achieve those results, then hey, it was all worth it in the end, right? So yeah, that's it. That's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below. And as always, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.